So this is an introduction to my garden. We've got obviously some wildflowers, some bluebells, dandelions, primroses, forget-me-nots, cow parsley, lots more primroses and tulips planted in various types. We've got wood spurge, got pulmonaria, campions, lots more different types of euphorbia, commissea, got euphorbia wolfenii, hellebores, statues, and we've got some aquilegias. There's obviously tulips everywhere, more pulmonaria, some more aquilegias, and got a red devil fruit tree. We've got a plum czar. There's a bit of horseradish there. We've got some seedlings growing. Courgettes coming up. Swiss chard, broccoli, some kale, tomatoes just sprouting. Some lupins and some verbena bonoriensis on the bottom. Got garlic down here underneath my blueberry shrubs. I've got one here, one here. Here's a pear tree. We've got more euphorbia in this pot. Got some mint, some chives, some thyme. We dug up oregano and moved it. We've got catmint, osteospermum, more pulmonaria, helenium in there. This is Persicaria superba, just bistorta, sorry, superb. It's a nice pink flower. We've got a lupin pot, penstemon. We've got our rosemary there, peach tree growing from seed. We've got a conica. There's a rose Diane, some nice white ones, some lavenders, some more primroses, primulas. So this bed here I did last year. It's got, or 3 years ago actually, it's got amphocards. There's some echinacea seedlings, just a few. There's a hibiscus. We've got evening primroses, another rose, swirly box that was pretty scraggly. It's just coming back now. We've got Jacob's ladders in that pot, Jacob's ladders in the ground. Obviously some nice muscari, white ones. There's a peony coming up in there with a dead nettle campanula. Got lots of tulips, wallflowers. We've got this stunning blue pulmonaria that creeps everywhere and then comes up in quite nice big clumps. That was dug out of a lawn in a customer's in Presswood. Tulips are obviously, my wife keeps on buying them, she likes them planting them. We've got Linearia, some random geraniums that just plonked from the surface growing there. We've got first bed I ever did, so I've gone through it again and cleared it and moved it all around. It's got skimia, loads of geranium, some grape hyacinths that are just about to go over. Tip with the grape hyacinths, as soon as their seed heads are finished, just pluck them off, and then you don't get them everywhere. Avoid digging them as well, and they'll just stay in nice neat little clumps. We've got some Solomon seal again, plucked out of a lawn in Presswood. We've got some phlox and stocks, geraniums, heavenly bamboo, got formium, Stipa aruncea, some box cuttings that I took. There's plants, I've put a sweet chestnut, to replace a horse chestnut that was cut down. There's actually Phil maple and well, I think the tree surgeon's destroyed a few things. Hopefully a cherry will come up. I then cleared this bed, so this has got ice plants, phormium, geraniums, it's got lily lovell, it's got some hollyhocks, there's a rose, a few things like oxide daisies are allowed to grow in there. We have some irises, some Helleborus fatidius, some loosestrife behind that, some random iris that somehow got missed, so it took a few years to come up. We've got corkscrew hazel, Harry Lauder's walking stick, we've got a Hebe, we've got some nice hazels that get coppiced and trimmed backs so they're nice straight for witches' brooms. There's another hazel there. It's got more geraniums, more bluebells, got a broom, this should be a yellow one. We have Cape fuchsias, more Euphorbia wolfenii, loads more bluebells. We also have cyclamen, lots of evening primroses in this one. There's some saxifrage at the front, a nice pink one. I like the creeping sort of sedum variety of plants that are drought tolerant. There's a few weeds in that one. We've got wallflowers that are grown from seed. Been keeping these going for about 8-9 years. A customer passed away that me and my boss used to have, so keeping them going and collect more seeds and start them off in more spots. Lupin that my girls grew from seed, lavenders that have grown from seed, persicaria that's moved from the back. There's a passion flower that was also grown from seeds. A lot of seeds, even primrose was all grown from seed. The hollyhocks grown from seeds. Some midwinter fire took them from suckers. Lots of daffodils. They're all going over. Good tip for daffodils is start deadheading them now and give them a feed in a few weeks, and they're more likely to flower really good next few years. And if you keep doing that, they'll get better and better. You can increase the amount of daffodils. With your dandelions, then they look like this. It's time to remove them before they seed everywhere. You can have them, but just remove the seed heads after the flowers have gone. So we've got marigolds here, so these will hopefully all create a lot of seeds for spreading around customers' gardens. We've got forget-me-not, some more bluebells, some slightly diseased aquilegias. Hopefully they'll make some seeds at least so that we can keep the stock going. We've got another hibiscus at the back, another ice plant. They multiply really well in Presswood. So we've got another lupin. We've got some narcissi. No, got some neremes at the back. We've got another phlox. We've got some roses that are about to flower. We've got lichnis at the back. This is a nice dark purple one, pink. We've got some fuchsias. This is a peony, and it's been at this house ever since I've lived here, and it's never flowered before, and that is definitely a flower bud. So that'll be the first time that's flowered. We have a clary sage at the front here, just coming up nice and hairy and prickly. Hopefully that will multiply a bit and produce some seeds some point, but the slugs just literally eat it straight away. So that's one bit. So we go down the steps, we've got some sweet Alison. It's very bright and white, there's plenty of it, and just keep spreading it around, adding more clumps. So we've got quite a few primroses come up. They've all, none of them were planted. I might have moved some from one side to the other just to get them to multiply better. This bit's just been cleared, so there's a few things planted there, but it's yet to establish. I'll clear the rest of it. As you can see, it's still a bit of a mess. I did plant all of this Nista, nice low growing one to cover that, which took them well. So most of the site looked pretty much like this to start with. Ivy, all overgrown, quite dense, a lot of work to deal with, and well established ivy. So I've removed the ivy, and I basically kept on putting in plants. So we've got some elephant ears, begonias, some shrubs, some Jack Frost Brunnera. There's some cuttings that I took of Dragon's Claw willow, twisted willow, and as you can see at the base they're alive and they're surviving. They only got watered twice last year, so that did really well. This comfrey, I dug it up in the summer because it was grown over a path. I slung it on the ground and it has done really well, considering it was only watered a couple of times. It looked like it had died, but it's pretty much indestructible. This is another euphorbia. I need to look up its name. Do have some more euphorbia wolfenii. There's an angelica, some more wallflowers, some lavaterias that were grown from cuttings. The wallflowers were grown from seed. We have foxgloves here and there. There was hundreds, but they thin themselves out, so you just end up with them spaced out naturally. You very rarely end up, unless you water insane amounts, with a full carpet of them. We've got another peony. We've got a lot of Jack by the hedge coming up, so it's this stuff here pulls out really easy. Smells nice. It's garlic mustard, so it's got a nice herbs sort of salady smell that you can eat it. It's just it seeds everywhere. It's a nuisance. So the campions are about to flower. They're just getting all ready to go. First few are coming out. They'll end up probably about 2-3 foot tall. Some more phormiums. There's more irises. There's gladiolis that are just coming up amongst all of that. We've got some alliums that have actually got some flower buds on them as well. We've got this beast. It's part of the forget-me-not family, the Brunneras. I can't remember its name, but has monstrously big leaves. Its flowers are quite cute. They do come up before the leaves get really big, so you can see them for a little while. That's pretty much almost everything. Just back to this bed and finish on an honesty. These were dug up and moved quite late in the year, so I'm amazed that they're flowering and growing really well, but they seem happy and they'll seed everywhere. Nice little touch. Alright, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.